Hello and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program Origins 2, where we are taking Valentina, Bill, and Mitbury. They are not experienced enough yet, but we're going to take them to the moon just to do a flyby and then come back. At the moment, with the sun at 6 o'clock, with the sun at 12 o'clock, Kerbin at 6 o'clock, the sky is broken into 4 quarters. The moon at this quarter is in Cursa. It's the name I gave it, Cursa, this quarter. When we get to the moon, it will be in Diatom, and I don't think we'll have any problems communicating or solar panels or anything like that in shadow or in eclipse. So we're going to launch now. At the moment, this quarter is Cursa, so I like to launch when they just get into Cursa. This one's getting ready to leave Cursa, but it'll be all right. We can meet it down here. We're just going to do a flyby. We're going to go out a little bit and just touch the sphere of influence and come back, hopefully a free trajectory back. So let's get into orbit. This is the ship that typically leaned north because of the added light and experiment box. So I've added a mounting point here and a couple of ladders. They should balance it out. It's still a little bit off, but I think it'll be okay. So here we go with Valentina in 3, 2, 1. Dang, that was a mistake. Forgot to throttle up. Still no altitude. Now I did kind of look for some fixes, and it said change your UI scaling, so I set the UI scaling to 100. It had no effect, so that was incorrect. So if you see that suggestion, it does not work. And more than likely I will change my UI scaling. I don't like it this big anyway. But maybe you all can see better, maybe. Valentina's going to try to keep this on 90. Try to anyway. Getting ready for separation of the boosters. There we go. Boosters are gone. Don't want to get too far outside of that prograde vector. She's trying to hold it. Once we get up a little higher, then we can go for a little bit more. Get out of this rough atmosphere here. Go ahead and see where we're going. We're at 54. Going to get up to about 80. There we go. We will drift the rest of the way. Let's deploy this. There we go. Showing off our rocket. So just a little bit of balancing helped that out. It always wanted to go north, so still want to go north a little bit. We have got 1 minute till our apoapsis. Let's see what our altitude is. Altitude is at 60,000. And we will be in space momentarily. The screen may jump at 70. Yes, it did. So we are in space. We go ahead and hit the 1 key and open up our antenna, our Solar panels, 43 seconds. And we will be facing the correct way when we shoot these rockets off, these separatrons off, and it will deorbit this for us. If it doesn't, I'll just delete it. 30 seconds. Bringing our periapsis up. Looking for orbit momentarily, and we're almost out of fuel. Okay, separation. Very good. Fire up the next engine, F5 and save that. That was a little higher than I wanted, 94. Okay, we are in space. Valentina, good job. You're in orbit. Let's see what our inclination looks like to the moon. Not too bad. Set the moon as the target, that way we know, yeah, 0.6, so that's fine. We are over here. We need to burn for the moon when we get over here near our apoapsis. I was going to try to use 850 delta V just to get out there. We have 1778. So we're going to add a maneuver of 850. And yeah, that gets us out there. So we don't want to use that much. Let's try 840. We just want to touch it. So 842 maybe. It's like a little bit more. Let's slowly roll this down. Okay. We'll leave a little later. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. And that puts our periapsis at 94. Not really what I wanted. I want a free trajectory right back into Kerbin. But you can see how we just get up there, touch the atmosphere, and or touch the sphere of influence, and then brings us back down. Let's wait a little bit longer. A little bit more fuel. Brings our periapsis down to 90. Yeah, we'd have to wait a little bit longer. Where is the sun? It's there. Yeah, we're going to wait. But we're at our apoapsis. That's why we're going so slow. That's why we're going so slow. 843. What we're doing is we want to see if we can get out there. And so if we burn out our apoapsis, which is terrible, we have to add more fuel. Then let's say if we burned out our periapsis. Let's open that back up. We got plenty of time. Let's try the 850 again. And we're coming back down. Yeah, that's more of what I want. So that. There we go. That puts our periapsis at 33. Puts it at 33. I may have been looking at the wrong one there, but 33, that's a good one. So we're going to save that one. We're using 850 meters per second to get out there. This is kind of new, but I think this is, I'm going to have fun save it. This is warp to your maneuver. But if it's a 1.5-minute burn, does it warp all the way to it, or? Well, let's do it this way. Warp to here. And when we leave the Mun, we should come back during the daytime, have a daytime landing. So always sun at 6, sun at 12, Kerbin at 6. And launching, if we leave when the Mun is in this part of the sky, down here, you're going to have a daytime landing. So either in Diadem or, what was the name of this other one? Akmar. Call it Akmar. And then Betria. So these four quarters of the sky will help bring your spacecraft back down during the daytime or whenever. Let's see. We are over water at the moment. We are 91, climbing to 94. 2 minutes till burn. Okay, let's go ahead and speed up time. What do we want? We want about 1 minute. We want 1 minute on this. Let's get set up on our maneuver node. And we're going to burn. That's going to push our apoapsis out 850 meters per second. That's all we're using. And our periapsis will be 33. There's a free trajectory coming back. So we'll go out, we'll grab some science, do some, oh my god, I don't think there's any science on this. We'll just have to do, come off of prograde there, let's hold that. Still a little off center because of the weight. Pretty certain this small rocket is, yeah, full thrust. So just a small rocket burning for the Mun. Right there it is. Watching our Delta V. Go. With a 19, I think we can get it up just a little higher. Ooh, that was lower. But we can deal with that. We can deal with that. So they are over the mountains. Let's do an EVA and do a over the mountains. Very good. Get back in. And do we have any experiments on board? We do not. It must have been another rocket. This is the one that's just supposed to go up to the space station. Get back in. She could probably do another one to see if we are over the highlands or anything. Already got the highlands. Let's leave her out there for a moment. I don't like these big old these big old windows. Good Lord! But they said the UI scale to 100 over the grasslands. Okay. Board, and we will go on out to Kerbin, out to the Mun. F5 and save that, and let's go. Got good communications. Why don't we have a collision? Space is big, but we're good. So we're just going to go out and hang out until the Mun comes around its orbit. It will be going faster than us because we're going to be really slowing down here. We've reached our apoapsis. Uh-oh. Are we going to get a... are we going to get one? We may have to... burn this way. It appears we've lost our... Maybe it'll come around and pick us up just barely. Speeding up time slowly. We just want to hang out just as it's getting there to us. We may have missed it. If we don't hit it, we'll have to change our periapsis. So we need a little bit of fuel on board to make sure that... Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. We got it. Now we are above the Mun. Make sure we're getting charge on these solar panels here, because we're going to send back, let them know we have reached orbit, sphere of influence of the Mun. Let's go ahead and send some of this. Send that back. We do have communication. These pilots have upgraded to their, well, it's saying engineers can repair failures, and science generation is a rate of 1%. But which ones? Repack parachutes, increase the drill efficiency. So that's a level 1. Okay. We're going to do an EVA. Keep that. Get back in. Don't have an experiment, huh? I really thought I put an experiment on these, but I've had some saves and backs up. Let's do a crew report from the sphere of influence. I'm going to go ahead and send that one. And we'll send this one. That's what they came out here for, was just to get into a high above the Mun, and we have 922 meters per second remaining. While we're out here, we're just going to look at a test to see what it would take to get into orbit. And it's going to take 211. So we might leave that here and go ahead and confirm a mission to get into orbit and then come back out of orbit. Everything was fine. Our periapsis was 1400 on the daytime side, so that's always good. And at the moment we are still in diatom. We haven't crossed over into Akmar. Don't want to be blocked by the eclipse there. I even watch one. So we're going to leave it here. And I hope you like this video. Leave a like, comment, suggestion. Subscribe for more, and thanks for watching.